Good morning, Daniel B. This man called me Reverend. No, ain't no Reverend. Those guys have a bad reputation. I'm just Brother Hal. That's all. Oh man. So the watch list for the low floats isn't looking too lively today, but we got some higher range things out here moving. Make sure that that is true. Yeah, all we see on the low float side is the REVP, REVB, which wasn't looking good. It just dove here all the way down here to the sevens. Not too interesting to me. On the higher float stocks, though, we have LVS, Las Vegas Sands. Let me get that news up. We have Las Vegas Sands MG shares rise after Macau proposes new rules. Yeah, Daniel B, it's looking like a sinking day. Not too much happening out of pre-market. Um, let's see. Shares of several casino stocks are trading higher following the report titled Macau cuts casino license 10-year to or caps public float in new law. So that's news. I don't know how good or bad that news is on LVS, but it is up 11%. It is still under the 200 moving average out here on the daily. What's up, SB? Um, then we got PMVP, trash. EOLS, trash. WFC, kind of extended. That's Wells Fargo. Yeah, it must be quick. Rio. Yeah, none of these are looking particularly good. SPCE, which One Life was talking about yesterday, is still going down. Probably gonna crack down those tens today, or it already has. Over here on the 4 hour, cracked down to the 964 and came back up to the 980s. BAC still going to the moon as well. My current watch list over here, those are the scanners over there, but my current watch list, what I was kind of watching, everything is red. So really not too interesting. Well, not to say it's not too interesting. ISIG is one that's still holding uptrends and everything, but I want to see it start to break down. Really, I think it's just been running too long. It's just grinding higher. It'll have a shoot up, then fail. Have a shoot up, then fail. It just needs to fail. Hour, which it was an IPO a couple of days ago, just has continued on that downtrend and has broken down this previous level of the 5, and it's a larger cap stock, so could be quite heavy. I think. Let me look at the float on it. I believe that float was like 35 million, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Hour chart. Oh, float NA. So it's not even on there yet. On Yahoo Finance, that is. Float, yeah. No floats in there yet. But the market cap is 179 million. Which is okay. IMMX was one that was also holding down. It came up, had a little pop up, but it has a little uptrend here that is cracking now. If it comes down today, maybe if it starts to hold the 6, maybe it'll be something that I would like to watch. Let's go over here to IMMX so you can see it on larger time frames. So IMMX On the yearly chart was red, monthly chart red, but then on the weekly chart gave back a lot of profits, but it's holding this little uptrend here. So we'll see what it wants to do today. Let's see, 550. It's at the 555 right now. If it gets going and cracks down to 5, I mean, that's only 50 cents away, then it's probably over. We have to wait. This weekly chart, this low of last week was 485. So the question is, can it hold 485? I don't know. And then REVB, this is the first day it's popping up. The news was not good at all. It's just trash all over the market today. The news on REVB. Repeat revelation. Oh, this is repeated news. Revelation Biosciences Inc. announces data demonstration REVTX 99 in vitro antiviral activity against SARS-CoV-2, commencement of trading as a public company. And that was on the 13th, so that was yesterday. And then today it has no news. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think that one's going to be very choppy, especially on this daily chart. Look at this drop off. 39, cracked the 32, cracked the 20s, cracked the 10s. Just not a lot of good stuff in that one. What's up, Lori? Also, let's check out that SPY as well. Looks like it's down on the day. Yep, working its way on down back to that previous low right there of the 456. The SPY is getting flatter and flatter. Got this little resistance level up here of the 480s. So we can kind of see a little range here, getting flatter and flatter, and now making those lower highs if it can't get back up there to the 80s. Yesterday, IPO TPG. TPG. Let's look on these larger time frames. It was only open a day. So, oops. Okay. So the question is, will it be able to beat? Why do I keep doing that? Need a trend line. Will it be able to beat this trend? On the 4-hour. A lot of downwards movement on that 4-hour, and it's below the 4-hour 9 EMA, so it may get quite a bit of rejection on the open. Very low volume as well. LCID came all the way down here to this bottom. Has room up to the 4110 and a possible fail after that. Shares need to be sold. Yeah. Let's see. TPG. So it had this low here of the 32.53. So I wonder how it will react to a very weak 2-day trend line. Not even a 2-day trend line. This is a day and then pre-market. So how will it react to this bottom here, as well as how will it react to this top? Also, what does this company do? Let's go check it out. This is TPG. Microsoft, no, that's not it. 22 hours. Okay, Microsoft hires Apple chip veteran. Cannabis compounds may prevent TPG prices IPO. Just Works IPO postponed. Alternative asset investment. Okay, this is an asset management company. I don't really like those. Let's go and look at the IPOs coming out today, though. I saw Just Works. It just said it's postponed. I don't like that one. Jupiter is going to be on the 18th, so these three will be today, and I don't like any of these. I don't think. Did I look at FGI? Leading supply. Oh yeah. Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, I looked at that one already. All right. Well, nothing I like out there right now. Private equity. Tom Connor says, I enjoy listening to the analysis that you and Ben make. What is the main difference in your trading styles? Um, I think Ben is more risk tolerant. I really do. He's definitely has dulled his senses to pain. For me, I feel the needle. I'm like, I don't like that, you know. Um, and now, I switched over to really using a lot of technical analysis before I take those quick like FOMO trades, intraday FOMO trades. I want to see good patterns on the charts first, on the higher time frames, and then look for continuation from those. Ben, he's different. He'll buy at the open and he'll be ready to go. He'll just let it ride for the day. I'm like, bro, I can't do that. I want to see a obvious play. I think that's how the best traders get to be the best is looking for the most obvious things. You don't have to win every day if you can win big 1 day a week or 2 days a week on good technical analysis and good overwatch. Yep, hour looking like it's cracking down. That five, it's just right on that five right now, right under this downtrend. REVB cracking down. IMMX went ahead and broke down to the 550s. We'll see how that wants to act on the day. If it can just hold this trend, even if it breaks this trend down, can it reclaim this little trend here, which is currently at the 560s during the day, and maybe get a possible little uptrend? off of those five. And the risk on this one on IMMX for me would be the $5. If it, well, 450. I'll give it 450. That way if it comes down to 475 and wants to go back up, great. But it has this previous low here of the 487. So yeah, 450 under that. So that's 30 cents under that. But we'll see how the open looks as well. Okay. But we definitely got some heavy movers up here. Still going down. And this is what we don't want to see. Like if you buy, like let's say you saw this do this bounce once from the 13 up to the 58. What's the chances of it repeating some kind of move like this? You have to go back in time and kind of see what kind of news catalyst made it rip this much, being such a heavy stock on SPCE. You have to kind of go back in time. On the yearly chart over here, we can see it always ends up giving back profit, pretty much no matter what. Apple and everything, nothing, no real high volume movers out of the open. So what I would like to see with all of these downtrends, I wouldn't want to buy at the first test of a downtrend on today because it is Friday, but I would like to see that first test, come back down and stay above wherever it started on the day. And I'll be looking to see if we can get entries here. But on hour, I don't know. It's just got such, it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of going down. So a week worth of going down. And it was originally at the $11. So that's a lot of resistance levels built up here at the 921, at the 780, at the $6. And then now looking like it wants to push down even more. But if you guys are seeing anything else that maybe giving some good signs of action, you can let me know. Um, Good morning, MS. You called out ISPC since you've been short ISPC since yesterday. Nice. You probably made some good money. Um, Tom Connors, he says, I think Ben prefers all of his potential day trades to be above the 200 EMA on the daily chart before he will look at them on other time frames. Do you have rules like that? Well, it depends. I look at the bigger time charts before I even look at the daily. So if it's below the daily, if it's below the 200 moving average, like over here on REVB, right here, it's below the 200 moving average, and then I just confirm with the other ones. Look at this yearly chart. This each bar here is a year. Like, who wants to buy this? Apparently no one. It had a little run up from the 10 up to the 39, but absolutely got destroyed for a whole year. And then not only that, opens up this new year with a huge gap down from the 19 to the 7. So I look at these higher time frames and then look at the daily chart and also look at the news. The news on it is horrible, so I don't like it all around. Too many red flags. Now I will trade under the 200 moving average, depending on the pattern of the charts. It just depends. But if I'm trading under the 200 moving average, I use the 200 as pretty much my exit. I'm like, yep, we're up here. Let's get out. Either an exit or a size down, because they can rip down quite hard off a rejection off the 200. Um, yeah, Donnell, not much of a party. Let me look at ISPC. Is it still going down? ISPC. Oh yeah, bro. If you're short on this, you gotta be in the profit. You gotta be. And this is a perfect one to short because it was horrible. It always gives back its profits, and it doesn't have any kind of nice uptrend going. LCID popping back up there. I think it's preparing for a fall. It did get up to the 41. I was waiting to see if it would do this at the open, like dip down and then get up there to the 41. But since it's already up here during pre-market, I believe it has quite a bit of a move down, getting that nice upward motion, giving those shorts a nice little entry, and then throughout the day. That's what I think's about to happen on that one. Um, Tom Connors, moving averages are useless for day trading. Yeah, yeah. Most of it is just pattern play on day trades. But if you're using the moving averages, you're probably gonna be using them on the higher time frames anyway. All right, so the market is about to pop open. We got REVB. Let's watch it fall. Has this nice little trend line it can break down. So watch it break down to 9 here. Very slow little open. Everything else went green. Everything else went green up here. That's insane. All right. So BTCS popped up a little bit, still down 11%, 12% overall. Okay. REVB has this original trend. Will it be able to hold up that 930? It's moving real slow here. BTCS breaking down the sixes, going red. The SPY still red on the day as well. I don't think this thing's gonna be able to get back to pre-market highs up here at the 1075 with the way it's opening up. Very low volume on it. All right, that's going red. So who's going green? SGLY is going green. IMMX looking like I just want to see a test up here to the trend first. Test up here to the 575 and then fall back down is what I'm looking for on that one. REVB slowed down so much. ISIG, just a slow open on a Friday. LCID coming up there, preparing for that nice little slam down. Finding their resistance up there. Can it hold up the 41.22 is the question. Not moving as big as it was the other day, though. Getting a little short pressure there. GLY. Okay. So just giving these some plays. I will be willing to hold over the long weekend if something sets up good, but if not, remember Monday is Martin Luther King Day, so we got a little bit of a trading break on Monday, unless you're going over to cryptos. What's up, Lightning Rick? Y'all seeing anything else? Cause boy, this thing is my scanners. Nothing on the scanners. RE, where'd it go? REV, whatever. Just could not reclaim this little level here, breaking those lows. Let's see, 877. People are gonna get happy right there, but this is an intraday. It can easily break down at 875. Okay. IMMX, can you break into the 70s and then just stay out of this original trend is what I'm looking for. Stay out of this level. Stay above that level and start to curl off that level. ISIG giving back. LCID. There are the shorts getting on top of LCID. Okay, IMMX going on down, getting shorted heavy and hard. Straight back into that original trend line. So just giving it time. BTCS continuing to break down as well. Down there at the 6. And this is why sometimes I avoid pre-market trades, because one, I don't want to waste capital in pre-market, and two, the open is so much different than pre-market. It's so much more emotion in the beginning. So much more unpredictable. So you never know. You could be in a great position and then all of a sudden at the open it absolutely destroys you. TPG was one that Daniel B called out. It's going down a little bit right now. It was an IPO from yesterday. Could not hold up that trend line. I literally just drew this trend line today. Breaking down that right through that trend line. Great short position. BTCS has room up to this 650 level. Let's see if it'll start getting shorted up there at the 650. Pre-market high is right at the 675. It's already getting knocked down there. Okay. ISIG. Everything kind of just on that struggle bus this morning. LCID has not given a pullback above the 41.43 yet. But it's the biggest mover. Let's jump over here to TOS to the scanners. This low flow scanner is dry. LVS did gap up there to the 43s. Took a nice little rip out of the open from the 41 up to the 42. Very heavy stock. Wells Fargo. Did it take a trip up as well? A little bit of a trip. Now pulling back. Is the first, okay, we're going towards the first 15 minutes of the open. The first 15 minutes is when a lot of people, especially on Fridays, and I mean really every day, the first 15 minutes is when people are trying to get done in the market. So we'll see if they start either dropping shares or buying up shares. Everybody wants to be done real quick. Like, oh man, I traded for 15 minutes, made 50K. Praise the Lord. Okay, rally going on down there. ISIG starting to give us more data on what it wants to do on the day. Over here, giving us a little bit more data. Hour, still not interested. It's going to have to get above this trend line and start to hold out of this trend line, reject this trend line at the 560, which it's not quite done yet. BTCS looking for that same pattern. Get out and hold above that level. Ben was telling me yesterday, he was like, man, I don't know if it'll get back to 6. I was like, bruh, BTCS is going back to 6. Too much sell-off. CID. All right. IMMX formed a high up here at the 570 and just has given back all of that at this point. Now holding under the bottom of the trend line there. So it just needs to reclaim that trend. If we can do that, I'll be interested. GFAI is a cheap one, but may push up. Let's look at GFAI. Okay, GFAI. What is the news on this one? Guard Force AI expands. Let's look at the higher time frames before we move over to the other one. Okay, Guard Force expands robotic. Oh my gosh, I said robotics. Robotics as a service to China's Greater Bay Area. Wall Street tumbles. Guard Force to buy 2 China-based AI robotic services firms. Guardface AI reports expansion to robotics as a service. Okay. 0.55 times 5 years. Okay. So robotics company. If we're looking at the higher time frames here on the yearly, got a lot of work to do. On the monthly, it's been descending for a couple of months and kind of found a little bit of a bottom here. So if you're going to trade this one, I don't know, would be a day trade. Maybe a longer term hold. You give it a couple of more, maybe a couple more weeks to see how, if it wants to break down this dollar. But yeah, as for right now, I don't see a true uptrend on it, so I wouldn't be sure on that one. Let's go back out to Street Smart Edge. giving a little dip down. It did get up there and break the pre-market highs, but look at the range here. So we moved from the 113 up to the 129, and then from the 127 up to the 135. So a massive reduction in the amount of movement upward. 12, 29, and then 27 up to the, so almost it's doing 10 cent movements now. Anyway, back over here to hour. Hit that trend line, which is what I wanted to see, but now I want to see it come down and really just confirm that it wants to stay out of that trend. BTCS hit the trend line. Need to see that same thing. Daniel B. What did you get into, Daniel B? What did you do? Did you get into TPG as a short? What did you do, Daniel B? Sicilian caught a SBEV. Got in before the halt. Let's see, SBEV. 1 million shares traded. Okay. Oh, okay. I was about to say, Daniel B, I know you ain't see nothing down on the low flow side. I'm like, bruh, if you made that on the low flow side, you're in God mode. SBEV was what Sicilian called out. He got in before this halt. Let's see when it's supposed to unhalt. Halted at the 940.23. Should be opening up at the 945.23. So in like a minute. Okay. Hour gave back. BTCS trying with all its might to get up. LCID looking like it wants to slow down up here at this 41 level. ISIG popped up there quickly to the 22 and then fell back down. Rally has a 765 up there on the 9 EMA, and then it's fighting a downtrend. So looking for more info on that one. And what was the one I was just watching? I was just watching one. SBEV. SBEV opened up. Got that little shot up there to the 310s. I don't know what the news was on SBEV. Let me go check. SBEV Splash Beverage Group shares resume after being halted. Let me see. What is your news? Splash Beverage. This is a lot of like revenue reports. Is there anything big that they're doing? They're expanding their SALT salt tequila brand. Announces integration of Oracle's NetSuite software. Let's see what else we got here. Splash. Yeah, not a lot to keep it going. I don't know. Maybe it'll do something crazy today. But this is looking like the first day is ripped up. So let's look at the higher time frames as well on TOS. So SBEV, we see a year of it getting murdered, another year of it getting murdered, another year of it getting murdered. And then now it's just in the grave, just trying to revive itself. So that's cool. We have a little bit of a downtrend. Let's get that trend out there. Oh, stop it. A little bit of a downtrend from the top there. So it has that downtrend, but this looks like it has rolled out of this downtrend. Kind of stayed out of there and has a bottom there close to where is my other tool? Has a bottom here close to the 50 cents. And just kind of riding out of there. So it's gonna need to start uptrending before that's even plausible. Plus, over here on the Street Smart Edge, you can see what the ranges are. So out of the open, move from $1.93. So basically $2 up to $2.50. That's 50 cents. And then from $2.50 up to $3. So $1 move there on that one. Let's also continue looking into these other ones that were moving on the day. Rarely giving up the ghost. LCID didn't end up coming down yet. Nope. Just paddling around here. ISIG going on down. Rarely pull back. Hour chart. Okay. All right, IMMX trying to break back into this old trend here. I want to see it break through this at the 568 and hold that trend. That would be nice for IMMX today. BTCS got out of the trend. Can it hold out of this trend and start getting back up here to the 650 level? It needs to start a uptrend at some point. But it did hold above this previous uptrend right here. 545 is the trend line right there. Also, SBEV is one of those that is under the 200 moving average. I didn't even see that. It's been following this 200 moving average, and it's just now coming up to that 200 moving average, so it may get some rejection here at that $3 level. Let's watch it and see. I'm pretty sure it will. At that $3 level, it should give a nice little fall down. Let's see. $3, $2.97. It may try to bounce at this 278 VWAP, but I think it's got more motion downwards at that $3 level if the shorts want to push it down there. This is a little rip up, nice little bull trap. Let's see if it'll come back through the $3. Heavy. 319. Try to get up there to the 325. Can it go ahead and push? 322, 324. 25 cents back in the other direction. It'll be nice and downtrending. Getting plenty of volume though. Looking for that breakdown of the $3. That's the second attempt of the 24. I mean the 25. There's a 25. Didn't see it hold there though. 325. It's like people are ready to take their profit. Will we get a rip down through the $3? One Life called out DWAC. DWAC. Did it ended up going to 100? Oh, no. Just gave a little pop there. Did a little double top up there out of the open. That is a, what, $3 rip? Nice little rip on DWAC. DWAC. SGL. BTCS. Cracking down to 6 again. Yeah. LCID finding some resistance up here at the 41s. I'm thinking it can crack down this 39 today as well. TPG 32 up to 33. Getting bought up there. Trying to hold this little trend line here. Current position on the trend will be 33.28. It needs to hold above that. SBEV, did it ever come down? Went up there to the 329. Has not confirmed the $3 yet. The starting point for it was the $2. So it's $1 away. It just needs to move $1 down today and it'll be back to where it started. Really getting a little pump up there. Trend line right now is at the 809. Very low volume stocks that are getting some nice moves. I know they're not on anybody's scanner. I just have them on mine because I've been watching them for a while. One Life said, wait, if it will hold 68, I will go in and out with 100 shares. Let's see, DWAC, did it end up doing that for you? DWAC, you said if it'll hold 68, you'll be in and out with 100 shares. What's so significant about 68? Let's see. It's got 69 up here on that previous top. Trying to see what's so significant about 68. I see some bottom support at 65. I don't see what's so significant about 68 though. All right, BTCS went up there and got on down. Rally doesn't have the volume to compete. IMMX holding this little bottom trend line. Just need to see it get up and out of there. LCID back in this struggle range. 42.15 was the top. So this move was from the 41.68 up here to the 42.15. Maybe becoming a nice short position. It's just slowing down in here. SBEV coming back down to $3 finally. This is the first pullback to the 3. How will it react? Will it just slip through the 3 like butter, or will there be a little bit of hold up here at the 3? $12 million shares of volume though. 305. Trying its best to hold up that 3. Donnell says small position on P Fund just to follow DWAC. LCD on pullback. I'm not buying this high. Look how far it is away from look how far it is away from the original trend up here. I want to at least give some kind of dip on the day to show me that it actually wants to stay above 39. Because I don't want to get in and then get absolutely pasteurized going back to the downside. That would be a $3 loss per share. Like I said at the beginning, I'm looking for obvious. The first trade I took on LCID was completely obvious. It had no choice. LCID, can it confirm that it can hold up this 40 or 39.70 today? $3 loss on one share, not bad. Yeah. Well, looks like it's about to come and test down here now. Getting shorted. Now, if it can come down and bounce on this 39, then I'll be more willing during the intraday. It came down here pre-market to the 39 and held, but can it come down there intraday and hold and not just slip through there? SGLY taking a nice little dump. BTCS cracking down back within the downtrend here, continuing that downwards motion. Rally still did not receive a whole lot of volume. IMMX trying to hold up, getting a little bit of a buy signal there on the 5, but giving it a little bit of time to really figure out what it wants to do. I don't want to hop in just to be hopping in. Also low volume. LCID, where did it come down to? Came down to the 41.50s. Has room all the way down here to the 39.72 today. Still has a whole lot of room up here to this previous downtrend. Definitely gonna have to confirm for people to start buying it back up. Daniel B says 4150 must hold. Yeah, 4150 ain't holding. Not on LCID. It's gone. It's a great short position though. Looking real heavy there. Looking like it's about to put on those running shoes to the downside. This bottom of this previous 15-minute candle is the 4130. And the bottom of the hour chart is the 4090. And I think we're going to see those 40s coming to play real quick here. $41.40s slipping on through there. SGLY, I really don't like that one anymore. Let's check out SBEV. Came back off of the $3 right in this range, looking like it wants to retest the highs of the 330. DWAC, looking like it's making a move down now. BTCS needs to go ahead and break that 6. It's just playing. P-Fun going on down there. LCID trying to get bought back up, but I still don't trust it. The 15-minute and the 5-minute are looking like they want to go down. The 1 hour is still looking okay, but it needs to hold up that 41.25. Let me look over here on LCID. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Ooh, look at this 4-hour failure. Look at this over here, One Life on LCID. I didn't even look at the 4-hour. I just didn't like what I was seeing on these smaller time frames. But look at this 4-hour. It came up here, hit this 9 EMA, and just found a nice little struggle point, right? And that's why I was like, it needs to retest down here, 39.67, to confirm, hey, I'm ready to go higher. But 39.67 would definitely be going red on the day, which I think it can do. Look at the previous day's bar that it has to fight against. That's a lot of fighting. On the monthly, it's almost becoming an indecision in this range. On the weekly, definitely gave back that profit, had that nice little pop out, gave back that profit back into this range. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see if it can solidify that 39 a couple of times. Let's see what we got over here. This one, SBEV slowed down, still up 68%. DWAC giving a little pop back out of here, had this little dissension, 68 up to 78. P-Fun, is it following suit? P-Fun is also doing the same thing at $2.81. Getting a little pop there. Did DWAC get that same pop? Yep, a little bit of a pop. LCID still needs to come down. Come on down, buddy. Came down here last time to the 41.25. But can still get very sporadic. 15 minutes still red. Can it push down through those 41.50s? Matter of fact, the 41.36. DWAC looks good for you, Daniel B. Going up there. Looking very nice on the day. It is green on the day. So now it has actually confirmed a little bit of a trend. So we'll see how this trend works out from yesterday's high to right here. We'll see how that trend works out for it. Now we want to see it obvious. If it's going to break out today, it'll be obvious. Because it went up to the 70s once. And pulled back off the 70s that one time. So we'll see how this wants to play out today. If it wants to give us red or whatever. But it is fighting a nice little downtrend, which I don't hate. SBEV getting on down as well. IMMX holding up here. I like it. Holding up there. Trying to get back out of that little range of the 550s. I like it. Keep fun. Doing the same thing. Will DWAG take a little blast up here to the 70s and face rejection again? It's got room up there, but it'll be very unnatural for it to just pop up there. Let's see if it'll pop. If it pops up there, that unnatural movement could cause sell-off. 69 up to the 70.41. LCID. Let me see what it ended up doing. Okay, it did end up coming back into this range and struggling once again. I'm telling you, it's gonna have to solidify this bottom of that 40, really. Okay, hour chart. It's also coming back up to the trend, but the range on this one, $5 up to the 526. Very small range on the day. IMMX still holding there at the 560s. Can it start getting up off of this trend of the 560, 550? ISIG taking another little dump down there. SBEV finally giving up everything. Robinhood at 85 to 15. Robinhood, what was their symbol? Was it hood? I think it was hood. Boy. They gave back a lot of profit. They were up there at hood. Yeah, they're up there at 85 and just, Robinhood, they had so much competition. Like so many once other brokers start going free and then offering better functions, Robinhood was doomed to fail. Hour pumping up there to that previous downtrend. We want to see it break out of this downtrend and start testing right above it. DWAC up to 70. So it did touch that trend right there. Let's see if it gets some sell-off off that trend up here. It's just holding at the 70 right now, not trying to push up any. Where are those 70s on the bid? Where y'all at? I see it just falling away from the 70s at that trend line. So that's good confirmation of a nice, accurate trend line. SBEV about to give up the ghost to the $3. Hour pullback as well from that trend line that it's got there. DWAC and P-Fund. How does P-Fund looking? P-Fund P-Fund already gave up the ghost. It's like, nah, bro, I'm good. Rally pulled back. LCID coming into this range, but looking like it wants to get on down finally. Needs to break down to 41.30. IMMX starting to get that box formation that I don't like. Starts to kind of look like a box shape in the range that it's shaping, in the range that it's trading. REVB, if you got short up here, you're doing very well right now. Had room all the way down here to the 730s, possible bounce there. But man, that was a nice little move down on a trash stock. BTCS continuing to follow its downtrend down. Very steep downtrend as well, giving back all of its profits. TPG came up, could not hold that trend up there at the 33.28. ISIG, trash. LCID coming back down again. I told you, it'll probably get a little bounce around that VWAP because people like the VWAP, but you look at the overall trend and how much of a downtrend you're fighting, it's not good. Not looking too good at all. So we should see a breakdown of this level of the 41.21 very quickly. Continues to struggle in this level up here. Okay, SBEV did break down to $3. DWAC got over the 70, but can it hold this trend line? Gonna have to adjust the trend line after this. Broke it just a little bit. Can it hold the 70? Coming down and tapping the 70 a little bit. Can it get that full break? There's a 69.92. The trend line is looking a little bit accurate there. A little bit of an accurate trend line right there. Knocking down that 70. See if it can continue down. SBEV back up to $3. The $3 may become a resistance now on the turnaround. Still has a lot of volume though. P-Fund, did you turn around as well? P-Fund really didn't turn around. It just got bought up just a little bit. I don't think One Life's taking any trades. Yeah. One Life sits back and waits for the obvious as well. LCID, will it go ahead and get shorted down here? This range here is a nice little short position. Build your little short position up here and wait for the fall. If it gets pushed back below this 41.60 again, it's not going to be looking too good. Let's see if it can hold up to 41.60. 41.70 is coming into play. Trying to get bought up there. That 41.60 is the spot for it. Trying to get back to the 90s. 85. Almost got the 90s pushing. Can we see the 90s? There's a 90 and then immediately off. Trying to get that push. Volume very low here on the buying volume. Needs to come on in. Trying to get that 42 break. Will it fall out of the 90s? There's a 42.05. Whoops. Right back into this level. Is this another fake? $41.60 is what it needs to hold up. 40 cents away from it. Some buyers up here. Pushing just a little bit. Can we see the 42.25? It almost got into the 20s. See the 42.04, 42.16. There's the 20s. There's some buying volume coming in there into this range. Still think it has room down on the day though. Will it go ahead and break out of this range and start holding up and making higher lows? Yep. Getting a little bit more of a push. Got to the very top of that range. Can it go ahead and push out? Does not need to take a lot of time here. Needs to go. 42.25 is very close. It does not need to break down that $quarter level. 29, 27. Will this be a retest of the 25 and then initial? Okay, there's a push out right there. You need some Red Bull. Victoria's Secret Rising Visco. Let's go look at that. VSCO. Victoria's Secret. What's their news? Let's see. Victoria's Secret. Visco. Several companies. So this is a sentimental movement. Several companies trading higher in the broader retail sector. Yeah. Victoria's Secret, solid plans in place for balance of holiday selling season. Adopts 250 million accelerated share repurchase program. And that's pretty much the last good news I see. Victoria's Secret taking a little dip now. SBEV taking a dip. Hour back up there to the trend. DWAC taking a dip off that trend line. LCID coming back off that top. Still think it has room down here to the 39 today. Okay, IMMX holding out of the previous trend line now. So let's see, 546 is that bottom. 546 doesn't have a whole lot of volume on it, but it is holding out of that trend. I'll give it some time to completely get out of there. SBEV hour. Okay. That one just completely shattered everything today. REVB. BTCS slightly holding up on very low volume. Or actually it has a million shares traded, never mind. Has a little bit of volume. ISIG. So yeah, I'm very interested in IMMX. LCID continues to try to regain the 42. Didn't push through it a whole lot, but we'll see. P Fund finally coming down. The DWAC dip as well. Yep. Okay, IMMX took a nice little slam down there. But still has a nice bottom of the 545. LCID, will it go ahead and break down now? Back under the 42s, and this is pretty much confirmation that this is a nice little load up spot for the shorts. Tried to push out and continues to get dropped here. So now all you be looking for a short position is probably the break of the 41.46. Break out of this level, 41.50. 41.50 will be the level for breakdown. I was just watching it break down. I don't see anything. Like SBEV had huge volume on today, looking trash. LCID, I called out that 41.50 breakdown is going to get it going down. REVB was a top mover on today, gave back its life source. P Fund following DWAC, looking like it's bleeding out. DWAC bleeding out. TPG, which Dang B called out, bleeding out. BTCS getting shot. Rally, previous Ripper, just moving slow. Our SGLY, Hour, all of these are just biting the dust. And Hour just needs to kind of get out of here. But the problem is Hour is I don't really have any information on the float or the shares outstanding on Hour. I don't know what it can rip up and do. I know these first 2 days it had big candles, But since these first 2 days, where is the range? Like we haven't seen any big range movement since those first 2 days. So I'm kind of just kind of laying back on that one. But IMMX is definitely a low float. ISIG coming back down here to this trend line. I'll see if it breaks it. This trend line is just a upward trend that's inside of the overall upward trend. So it'll be easier to break it than anything else. This one is at, and I drew this one this morning, I believe, sometime this morning, and it just needs to break down at 2139. Where's that other one? LCID that you end up coming on down. Yeah, waiting on that 4150 breakdown. Nice little short position for it to confirm down here at the 3940 level. Just a little waiting game. One Life said just get underground, but it is a very interesting level to buy. One Life, One Chance is a discount IPO price. On TPIG, I mean TPG, is that what you're talking about, Daniel B? Because it's looking like it has a nice little downtrend here now. We got plenty of data across the board to see what's going to be. Oh, RKT. Okay, RKT. RKT. Is that a $2,000 stock? $13 stock. Is this this isn't an IPO? No. There's no way. RKT. Nah, man. Rocket. The name is Rocket, but it does look like a rocket. That's true. Over here on these other charts, look at this yearly chart. Destruction, destruction, destruction. SB called out GFAI. GFAI. I think you called that one out earlier, or I don't, maybe it was you that called that one out earlier. Let's see. GFAI. Yeah. Yeah, GFAI on these larger time frames, it's got a lot of work to do. Definitely has a top here at the 184. So maybe if it can test that 184 and then consolidate right below it, not right below it, but below it, and then come back and just continue testing and making those lower highs, maybe it'll give you a nice position on it. But as of now, it's not super obvious on the daily chart. This is the first day pop-up, so, and it like I said, it has this high up here at the 229. Is that the same high as here? 189, so it's a little bit higher. So 189 is almost 2, and then it has another one at the 2. So you just have to be careful and wait for a nice uptrend on the daily chart for it to start looking acceptable. SBEV still coming down. LCID, did it break the 4150? Yeah, it broke the 4150. Waiting for some continuation downwards. Opened up a new hour candle. Ooh, and it's red. So yeah, definitely coming on down. I only took one trade this week, which was a green trade, but you know, or yeah, well, one main trade. I got in, then got out, and then just held a little bit. But that was that one trade this week. Haven't really been seeing any obvious setups on the charts with catalysts, so I've just been taking my time looking at these things get crucified and just standing around the cross and waiting for something great to happen. My patience level is going up, it's increasing. DWAC got all the way down there to the 68. Still not able to push through that downtrend. LCID finally breaking down that 4150. Can it go ahead and get that push down here to the 4070? What was that line? Why did I draw that? Was that a previous? Oh, it was a previous bottom right there. Okay. One thing I do like about Street Smart Edge charts is when you do draw a line, it continues automatically. One thing I miss about TOS charts, well, I really don't miss it because I still use them. But one thing I do like about them is that when you make a line, it goes on all the charts. Come on, 4150. Get us going. Quicker we get down to 39, the better. So it's tested this level multiple times, waiting for this breakdown. Actually, 4135 is where it really needs to break down. Just give up the ghost. SBEV is now moving 1 cent at a time. Lost a lot of its upward momentum, just going sideways now. It's going to become a chop factory. BTCS is trying to hold out of this trend, but it has a range now, intraday range of resistance at this 645 and support at this $6 or $6 area. So we'll see how it does in this range. Will it continue to follow that why it's getting poppy? Getting real poppy here. Okay. BTCS. Kind of figured these things would take some time, but boy, not this much time. SBEV going on down there. Take that off my watch. SGLY is going to have to hold above the 5. Don't like it. BTCS has not confirmed a pullback above this 592 area yet. This is what I'm learning, man. You got to sit here and just observe and understand that the beginning, those first couple of minutes, could definitely lead to your downfall if you're looking for something to hold all day, unless it has some powerful catalyst behind it. Like DWAC, yes, you could have got that. You could have got a rip out of the open or out of the pre-market if you bought down here in this dip. You kind of could have got another rip there, but holding it, you would have ate dirt. GFAI Momo stock. SB called out, hit the 190, still hasn't broke over that $2 level. Got 43 million shares traded. Has let's see, it did a little bit of a pullback here, 121, so a 10-cent pullback. It's interesting, but you know. LCID does not want to go down, does it? It's been struggling on this level. Got down there and bounced off the 41.13, so holding above that 41. Just need to see some confirmation here. Looks like it wants to break down that 41.30. You're in on AI 169. So you caught that red to green move on this hour candle. Nice one. Take that profit. P Fund going on down. DWAC going on down. BTCS. Hour. Trying to get out of this downtrend. We'll see if it can hold out of this downtrend on the day. Get over that 536 and start kind of holding in this range instead of holding to the trend line. Let the trend line go and hold this range here that I got marked from the $5 up to the 618. Lori, did you end up selling your AMD shares? I know you got in at some point. I forgot, but your AMD shares, did you end up getting out of that? GFAI out at 192, probably break $2. Let's see. Getting up there to that $2. $2 is probably gonna be that. We're gonna see those mountainous whales come in on it and start shorting it. Hitting the 203 there. But like I said, this is the first pop of the beginning of the trend if it's gonna start trending up. So I'm looking for those longer term holds. 201, barely pushing through there. Can it get to the 210s? Barely pushing up. 203, 204. There's 215. Will they sell on everybody? It goes back under $2. You already know that thing's gonna come on down. LC, D, still holding these levels. Definitely thought it would have broke down by now. Will it finally break the bodies of these candles? 4150. P-Fund is up and DWAC is down. Well, probably because it's cheaper. So you got more people willing to hold it. Yeah, up 100% on GFAI. Let's see. Yeah, there's a sell-off. So 215 double top coming back down. What was the news on that one? Guard Force, robotics. Yeah, it's gonna. I'll put it on my other watch list for later on, just to see if it starts trending up. But yeah, I don't know if it will. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put it on there. I'm just gonna follow my rules. It's gonna have to get up and show me something. If it gaps up on Monday, hey, praise God. We'll try to trade it next week on some nice movement up. IMMX hour getting up there above that trend line. Now it just needs to consolidate and start just trading above this trend line. Had a nice little dip down to the 5. We could risk off the 5 and see where it goes from here. Not exactly. Okay. I had that trend line a little bit off up there from where I normally have it. Boy, LCID is giving shorts plenty of time to get into this one. Boy. Continue to try to buy it up. On the hour chart though, it does look like it has some room to go up though. So I think actually the original place that I bought was in this range. 4180. Yep. 4180 was the original place that I bought. I'm gonna take REVB off my watch. It's absolute garbage. DWAC back up to the 68s. TPG still has a lot of work to do. BTCS. BTCS got up here to the top of this range. Looks to be holding. We'll see. I mean, it's holding out of the downtrend for now. Not too sure about it though. Had all morning to get some volume in there. LCID looking like it's held this level a little bit too long. Let's see if it can retest that 4150 and then move back up, because that 4150 is holding it up quite well. For this to go red, it would need to go to the 4159. I'm interested in LCID though. If it can hold that 4150 again, that'll be, let's see, 1, 2, like 3 or 4 tests at that 4150. So yeah, I kind of like that level. What's up, Street Alerts over there on Twitch? What's up with it? We're getting it in over here. Trying to see if this thing can hold up 4150. It's held this level a little bit too long. Yeah. Let me look at the larger time frames while I'm playing. CI. LCID. Yeah, on the larger time frames, the 4207. The 4207 over here on the larger time frames is where it's looking like it's at. Still trying to hold that 4160 right there, which is what it's testing. So the 4-hour does not look bad here. So this may be the spot to take a little bit. See if it can hold up though. Will it break down the 60s again? 41.61. Going red on the hour chart. Can it push on down through there to the 41.50? If it holds it up again, I'm probably going to go ahead and take it for a move higher on today. Yep, it's getting bought up here. Mm-hmm. There's a 60. How's that test of the 50 gonna look? Struggling red to green. Can it push through the 60? There's the 50. Will it finally break that 41.50? Getting bought up off that level. $41.50, man. Come in that spot. See the 58s, 57s. Can we get a stack of 60s up here? There's 60s. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm going to ride this thing for a higher movement. Yeah. It's been holding that 41.50 too long. Let's see. Still giving it some time on this 5-minute candle. New 5-minute candle opening. Okay, there's a break of the 60. 41.50 coming back into play again. Super tight movement, huh? Yeah. I may just take a small position and see, let it play out over the 41.50s. Take a small position here and just say, hey, if it can break that 41, whatever, 41.50, yeah, take a little bit more over here. As long as it stays up above that 41. Giving it plenty of chance and opportunity. Stop out is the 41. Got my stop out right there. It's held this level a little bit too long. Once the break down, I'm not risking that much on LCID. Holding up this level once again. Fun. DWAC. Really getting on up and out of there. LCID continue to hold here. Giving it plenty of time. To the 41. Can we get any buyers back up here to the 60s? Not, I just get stopped out on the break of the 41, giving it a chance. P-Fun. IMMX still going down. Hour. Trying to get up and out of there. Really pushing up heavy, hard and heavy to the uptrend. For one more add to this one. There's some buyers coming in there, getting in with them. 40, 49. Let's see if it can push up off these levels. Man, 20 shares up here. It's definitely held within this range for a long time. $41.50. It's been a nice little hold spot here. Okay, we got this bottom here. The 41.13 will be my out on this hour chart. 41.13. Now just be looking for lower, better out points here. And there's a 41.89. $41.15. So the risk on this one will be about 50 cents, something like that. Looking for it to re-challenge those highs. Can we get those 90s up there? And trying to get back up to the 42s. 41.13. Tried to get back up there. Back down to the 41.75. Still got my stop out where it at the 41. Waiting and watching. Want to see that 41.75 start to hold. Pushing down a bit. Giving it some time on that one. P-Fund still doing its thing. Anything else pop back up on the scanners? Nope. MMX. All right, 41.56 there. Is it finally ready to drop? It's thinking it could hold up, but at this point, it's got to reclaim that 60. Looking for the 60s to be back on the bid. Don't see those 60s holding up there. New candle opening. $41 will be my stop out. $41.50. Not looking like it's gonna hold here. $41.60. Can it break back over and start to hold that level? Okay. Getting a little bit of buy up. Can we see a transition back to green on the hour chart? We see those 55 start to hold. All right, jabbing down under the 43.50. Maybe ready to finally come on down. So this previous bottom was a 41.13. Can we get bought up off these levels? No, you good, Lori. Either way it goes, it's one of those slow moving days. So just giving LCID a little bit of time to get up off of those levels and try to get up. DWAC popping back up big as well. Gave LCID plenty of room to work above that 41. It held at 41.50 for a little bit. I was like, I wonder can it get back up there? That was the assumption that it can stay above that 41.50. Oh yeah, Lori. Most def. Every week is every week is filled with new adventures. IMMX. But as long as it holds that 41, I'm looking for a continued bounce up. For this candle to go green, it will need to get back over the 41.62. Opening up a new candle there. 43.39. Can it get any green here? So we see on the hour chart, can we show some green up here to the 60s? Need to see the 51s up there. Not seeing the 51s. Not seeing anything in the 50s. For a nice transition, we have 4 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Can we get back to the 60s? Another failure at the 50. Oh yeah, it's looking like it's ready to come down now. All right, so my stop out is at the 41. Risking about 20 bucks if it doesn't want to go higher. TPG. Okay, regaining those 50s up there. Want to see this 15-minute close though. Can we see those 60s again? 50s. Can we get back green on this candle? Okay. Now it just needs to hold over the 60s if it's going to get up here. I'm going to move my stop up to the 41.41 here, 41.25, just to cut some of the loss. I can always re-enter. But I do want to see it get up off these levels here of the 41.25 will be my next stop. Need to see those 55s come into play though. $41.50 holding again here. Will it become resistance though? Becoming a little bit of resistance. Couldn't just push through it there. Don't see the 50s on the bid anymore. And we get a lift here. Nope. Bunch of red coming through on the tape. Let's go ahead and prepare for that 41.10 level. $41.10. I'll go ahead and jump out. So this risk will be 60 cents on 20 shares if it comes down. Hour got up there, but it's very small range. $41.50 just becoming a nice little struggle point for LCID. Opening up a new 15-minute candle below the body of this previous candle. Has room to the 41.10 and I'll be out if it can't reverse. There's some buying coming in there, a little bit of buying. It's definitely got to get back over that 41.62. It's another try at the 50s to start holding them. Okay. Trying to get up there a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit down here, I believe. It's getting up there to the 41.62s right now. Looking for those 55s to start holding. Can we see those 55s on the bid to start holding? Not seeing them just yet. Still looking quite heavy. Okay. Can we see them now? 55s. We see the 57s. There we go. Looking like it's pushing, trying to get back green. Getting shorted down there. Need to see the 55s hold. Okay. Adding there. And previous bottom was the 41.40. But I think I'm going to stick to this hour chart, 41.15 for out. Trying to see if it can get up over those 55s and hold. Average price is the 41.71. Back under the 41.50s. Can we see some more green? There's 53s up there. Very close to trying to break out here. Slowing down a whole lot. The bid is at the 50 now. We'll see if the bid could get to the 51. Bid at the 50. Can we see 51 up there on the bid? Okay, 55, another add, if it can get up there again. Yep, adding there. All right, 41.69 is my average price. 41.14, I'll be out. Getting more confident in this one. 30 shares. Continues to hold up that 41.50, so giving it some time to go ahead and blast off if it's going to blast off. Need to see those 60s quickly though. Okay, there's some buyers right above the 50. Can they go ahead and push it through? Push it through that 60. There's a 41.62. Does it really want to give up here? Can we see those 60s back up there? We have a weak downtrend here on the intraday. Trend line. Weak little trend line through here. Looking for it to just blast through that little trend line. There's a little bit of buyers off the 50 again. Can we go ahead and get through this trend? Can we see the 60s? I add. There's another add right there. 35 shares in at the 41.69. 41.15 will be my out. 35 shares in. It's been holding this level for quite a while. It needs to go ahead and go if it's going to go. Got up to the 60s. Can we see those 70s? Okay, there's a 70s. Can we get that explosion through this trend though? Wow. Come on now. Can we see those buyers on the 60? 65 needs to pop up there very quickly. 63s, back down to the 50s, 60, 62, 67. Let's get this pop. There's some volume coming in, a little bit of volume. Can we get this nice pop out? Can we see the 70s? 71. Right up there to the trend, could not break it. Looking for that break of the 75. So at this point, if it fails, my out will be this 41.50. 41.45 is my out right now. It needs to get to going now. So just giving it time to get up there and possibly test this high of the 41.95. Will it stay above that level? It's had plenty of time to test these downs. Let's see if it can get up to the 80s. Actually, I think I'm running a little bit too close. Let's do 40. Yeah, I'll keep it at 41.09 until this thing decides what it wants to do. I think it's a little bit too close right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit of room. Little bit of room. It gave a little bit of a break. Let's see if we can go ahead and get those 75s up there. 76s. Getting a hold at 75. Can we see 76 on the bid? Also, I need to keep in mind where the other trends are. So it gave a little bounce up here. We have a possible resistance at the 42.37. Resistance 42.37. Giving it a little bit of room. 42.37. May take half up there at the 42.50. Can we see those 85s? There's the 85s, 87s. Can we go ahead and get that break out of this level of the 41.90s? Okay, here come the 90s on the tape over here. Can we see the 90s start flooding in here? Start getting that short push, midday short push. 85s, can we see the 86s, or is it going to come on back down? Does not need to come past this 41.40 though. on the 15 minute. 41.40 is like, bro, don't do that. Looking for those 85s to pop back on the bid. We see the 80s on the bid. Can we see the 81s? Can the bid start getting pushed? $41.39 is becoming my out. If it wants to act crazy, risk would be 30 cents. But giving it a chance to kind of consolidate above this trend. On the 5 minute it looks bad, but on the 15 minute it doesn't look so bad. I didn't even realize I wasn't showing you guys any of this. But yeah, I'm in this trade right here. Bought 30 shares. Got my average price down to 41.69. Looking for it to hold above this 41.50 level. Love to see it start ramping up. Okay, there's a new hour chart open there. Already going red. Gotta love it. See if it can stay above that 41.50 on this new hour. Can we get any kind of buy up here? Back down to the trend, this little downtrend, getting a little bounce there. $41. Yeah. Yes. Can we get some consolidation up here? There's a little bump right there. Needs to break out of this little flat top here though at the 41.95. So at this point, I'm just going to put my out so I can go and look at other things at the 41, and I'll come back to this one. I'll be risking 70 cents on this trade. Let's go look at other things real quick. P-Fun, DWAC, never did break that trend. IMMX still kind of finding its place here. Oh, it looks like LCD did want to pop a little bit, huh? Gonna let it play up there. As long as it stays above that 41.50, the 41.50 will eventually become my out if it can start pushing up. $41.82. Can we get those 90s up there? Nice. Okay. Has a top up there of the 42.38. Can we see those 90s flood in? 89s is what we're looking for. 86. Come on. 91, 92. There's some 90s. Looks good on all the charts to me. So as for now, I'll be holding. $13 million shares traded on it. It can definitely get this push. Or does it want to come on down? Does it need another little consolidation point? 41.10. All right, we'll be back. It's gonna move slow anyway. It's a grinder. Higher float, higher price. P Fund definitely got up here a little bit. Those 35 shares. If I can get 50 cents, I'll take on 50 cents and then maybe take on $1 if it can get a full dollar run. BTCS still looking kind of weak there. Man, looking like this thing wants to come on down. Trying to test the 75s now. LCID. Will it get sporadic and start just jumping up to the 90s? Well, time I said it, looks like the circus is beginning. There's the 42s coming into play. We have this top that could be resistance up here at the 42, 43. But just giving it time at that 42. Trying to see if it can get up off these levels. Throwing those higher highs out there. Can it get that push? Up 23 cents right now. I really am looking for the taking half up here at the 42.50 if it can get it. It definitely ran down so much. It can definitely give that little move there. And now I'm in lower than my original buy was. My original buy on that first winning trade on this one was 41.80. So just giving this thing a little bit of time to consolidate and really make its mind up on where it wants to go. Will the shorts be able to take this thing back red? Let's go 15 minute. 90s back up there. Can we see the 90s on the bid though? Only see 80s and 70s on the bid. 89. Can we see a 90 on the bid? Are they willing to buy that high? Just for a split second, 90s was on there. Not looking like they want to keep it above the 90s. Can we see the 90s come back up there? 88s, 89s. There's a 91 on the tape, 91. Not getting that push to the 95s like I thought we would. '94s. Can we see the 95s? 96s right there, 42s. So that's 30 cents. Looking for that take point up here. Can we stay above the 42s? Getting shorted there at the 42. May need to do a little pullback first. Out is at the 41.49 right now. Is where I'll move it up to 41.45. Will definitely break down. So the risk now is 20 cents on these 35 shares. Very small risk versus if it gets up through the 42. And we see some 96s getting bought up here. There it is, 42s. Can we break the 42 and stay above it? Saw it very, very quickly, but not seeing them hold it above the 42. See the 95s on the bid. Can we get that stack of 42s up here? Getting very choppy now. I like it. Let's see if they can go ahead and break it. 98s, 4201. Very quick up there. 4206. Can we continue up? 4225s. Okay, so at this point, the out, the low is the 4162. Looking for it. Broke this weak little intraday trend here. $0.45 in the profit right now. Looking for the take point up there at the 42. Not taking all, but take some up here at the 42.50 if it can get up there. Can it hold the 42.10s? This hour chart goes red, I will be willing to dump out of this one. Tested that 41.50 so many times, I just believe that it can move higher than the 41.50. And I'll be moving my stop to the 41.50 in just a little bit, which will be a 19-cent risk on these 35 shares if it can go higher. Breaking down the 42 right there, but that's okay. It's going to consolidate a little bit up here and possibly give another move up. Anything else? Boy, really tried hard, man. Just could not go. Need to see a break and hold of those 42.10s. It's getting plenty of time up here. Closing up new candles way up here above that 41.50. So I'm pretty confident in this trade. If it does crash down, oh well. We'll be reducing risk on another dip to see where the bottom is here. But looking for this break over the 41 or 42.35. IMMX also trying to make its way out of there. I thought LCID needed to pull back a bit because it just had room down to this 39. But once I saw it just struggling with that 42.50 point, I was like, yeah, I'm getting in here. $0.48 up right now. See if we can start breaking for those new higher highs. Okay, getting a little push up there. 42.37. Can you make me some lunch money today or not? 15-minute chart. The low here is the 41.62. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move it up there. 41.62. Matter of fact, I could just go break even at this point. It's pushed so far up. If it does come down through my break even, that's going to be insane. Looking for that break of the 25 up here. Can we get it? $0.25 break. 25 getting touched. 28. Okay. Getting up here to top. The very top was the high of the 37. Right there on that level. Can we get a break of the 30s? A little bit of volume coming in. I don't know if that's short pressure or what, but it may need to consolidate up here. Right now, 41.70, 41.50 still that level to beat. Can we get those 30s? I see a bunch of 28s and 29s coming through there. May need to consolidate up here a little bit. 30. Can we break those 30s? Can we see the 30s on the bid? $42.30 coming into play. High break is a 42.37. So it is touching these highs. You're looking to see what I want to do up here at the highs. How strong will it be a strong break here, or will it touch, consolidate, and then have a true big break? It's looking like it's getting some rejection up here. Not really pushing through strong at all. $41.75. I'll go ahead and put that as an out. $41.75. Don't really want to see it break down to 42 again. So either way it goes, it'll be a green trade. But if it wants to continue to push, hey, have at it. And we'll just continue locking in profit on the way up. especially if it can break this 30 level here. Okay, getting some rejection up here. Can we get a true test of that 30? Okay, getting some rejection off of that level. 25s, can we see 42 25s back up here? Come on now. DWAC breaking out. Go look at DWAC. DWAC broke out of that trend line there. Surely did. Question is, can it actually do a higher low than this trend? Wait. What just happened on LCID? Did it break down? No. Okay, so it may just consolidate up here for a little bit in this range, which would be nice for another move out of here. 42 22s. Letting it play ball. Throwing down a little wick. That's okay. Remember that either way it goes, this is a green trade. Want to see it stay up though. This hour chart. What's the bottom of this hour? The low of the 41.62. Should see it get bought up here. Yeah, I don't want to get wicked out here. That's the only problem. 41. Where's my stop right now? 42, 41.75. I'm going to put it at 41.50 and just risk those 19 cents because I don't want to get stopped out of this thing early. If this is the backside of move, oh well. We'll risk that 15 cents. But as long as it's staying out of this original trend, this little weak trend that it broke, started a new trend going up here. We don't know where the bottom of it is yet. We'll see. Hour ended up ducking off. P Fund ducked off. IMMX definitely looking favorable. It tried to go up 3 times, hasn't had a pullback on the hour chart yet. Trying to give LCID some room to kind of form a nice little range above this 41.50. If it comes all the way back through the 41.50, it wanted to go down anyway. P Fund ended up getting out of there. DWAC, is it still going up as well? DWAC, did it ever, it's given a pullback above this trend right now. Will it fail back into this trend or will it be able to hold out? TPG formed a nice little bottom down there. Very closed range. LCID. I think I'm going to put it at break even, closer to break even, because I can always get back in on this one. 41.69. And I'll just hold it throughout the day. If it breaks that down, oh well. 41.69 is my break even. So break even trade, I'll hold it throughout the day. Rarely getting up there. 2 million shares, yeah, that volume though. Can it compete with LCID or some of these other ones? This one's having a full war out here. Looking like it wants to come and touch that 60. Can it stay above that 75 level? Because I would rather not take a loss on this. I'm already green on the week on this ticker, and I don't want to be giving back profits. That's why I just set it at the break even. If it wants to get up, great. If not, just get me out break even. IMMX. Back out here to DWAC. P Fund coming on down. What did DWAC do? Is DWAC coming on down as well? Getting a little pop there. LCID looking like it wants to come all the way back down to my entry and stop me out. Let's see if it wants to bounce or what. If it doesn't, the hour chart looking like it wants to go red. Be out at that break even. There it is. Got out there. Oh, that sell just a partial? What in the world? So got out and then it came back up here. Oh, it hasn't calculated out yet. All right, it's all good. Yeah, it got me out right there. Thought it could get going on a day, but it does have room to go down. I was like, hey, I'm not gonna take a lose anything today. I'd rather be zeroed out than lose on this one. BTCS. So I'm probably down like maybe 23 cents on that trade. But it's back down here. And now the question is, can it hold up the 4150 again? Came down here through a wick down here to the 4150. See if it can hold it up. Rarely continue to get that push as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. This thing, it was looking like it wanted to go. I was gonna let it pull back. If it held above that break even, I was gonna say, all right, I'll hold it for the rest of the day. But now it's 10 cents away from the 50. So I just cut it and zeroed out on Friday. So still green on the week from the first trade on this one. Hour chart not looking too good now. 7 cents away from the 50. So yeah, it lost all of my admiration. IMMX dipped back off. I'll be watching these on Tuesday. But as for now, I'm going to get me some lunch. Took one trade on the day and wait. Let's get this up. Okay. One trade on the day and that thing did not want to give me what I was looking for here. Yep. So bought around the 40, the 50 and all that, was looking for that continuation throughout the day, but came back and stopped me out break even. Yep, lost 19 cents. 19 cents on the day on that one. So not exactly break even, but definitely close enough. Now that our chart's really not looking good. Now the next point that I'll be interested in is this 38.62. But I don't know if that's going to happen today. It may happen this afternoon, but I'll be watching for that level to come into play and see if it can get continuation back up off of that level. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Every trade doesn't go according to plan, but you can manage that risk. And that's what I was doing today, just manage it. I'm good. I am good. I give it a chance. Put in 1400 bucks. Lost 19 cents on 1400 bucks, so I'm okay. So I will be waiting until it comes back down here now. This trend needs to break down as well, which will probably be coming into play in just a little bit. All right, but like I said, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to come back this afternoon and see if there are any power hour moves. But for this one, it's going to need to pull back some more for me. It just should have went there Got up there to the 42.33, and I was looking for that push through. Couldn't get it, so whatever. Come back this afternoon, and if I see something to trade, I'll trade it. But if everything's dead, I probably won't do anything. So I'll just make my decision on whether I'm gonna stream or not based on if I see something setting up. If I don't, I'm just not gonna stream, and I'm just going to go to sleep. But anyway, another day trading in the market. Green week for me. I only took 2 trades, so whatever. Narrowing down what I'm looking for. Sometimes I'm unsatisfied with what the market gives me, and sometimes you just gotta take it. Because if I took it, that would have been $20. But I was like, man, $20, I can make $20 any day. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Shout out to One Life, Lauren, Donnell, Lori. Let's see, Street Alerts, SB, Sicilian, Daniel B. I think I already said One Life. Lightning Rick, Donnell. Shout out to everybody that viewed today on a Friday. Of course, we don't expect much on a Friday, but I'd rather not lose on a Friday big. So rather close it down and go and do some work to make this 19 cents back. So wish me luck. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.